Um, this is to point out that most of the MCU fanboys are fucking normies. I know this is a little late. I've been wanting to call out, but I didn't. And no, this wasn't a time where I made a video. This is a fresh take. Even if I did make a video, I forgot about it because most likely it's deleted. But we're gonna talk about Scarlet Witch, man. As we know, people saw WandaVision. It was the most overhyped show ever. Everybody's like, "Oh, Wanda is so powerful. She can make realities." I'm saying, like, bruh, to see people celebrate around this shit goes to show that they're fucking normies. Because she was this powerful from the jump. The MCU nerfed her until her own show. Why did they nerf her? Because, she can't take Caps and Iron Man's all them shine. So they had to nerf her. And see, everybody was a lot of people weren't see back then they weren't on train back then. They were talking about everybody else was not Scarlet Witch. And very few people would say that Scarlet Witch was nerfed. And now all of a sudden to WandaVision, all these motherfuckers saying that she's so powerful. I even saw shit where they did a versus with her and Batman. I'm like, bruh, if Scarlet Witch is not enough evidence to tell you that the MCU fanboys are primarily built of normies, I don't know what will, man. I don't know what will. Then you also have the Spider-Man situation. Um, how I feel about Spider-Man, MCU Spider-Man, is that once again, this is another case where I said he's going to fucking suck based on first appearance. I said this about Hulk in Avengers. I said he's going to be trash, but everybody was like, no, he punched a giant space worm, which also made no sense. Like, how can you punch something that big and take it to a complete stop just ignoring this weight? I mean, he was on the bridge. I mean, he should have went through the bridge, but that's something for another day. But anyway, I said the same thing about Spider-Man. See, he was good in Civil War, I'll admit that, but in Homecoming, before I watched Homecoming, I was seeing, the reviews and shit, and people were saying that it's the best Spider-Man movie ever. It's better than Spider-Man 2, and I was like, what? So I gave Homecoming a shot. I bought the DVD for it, and see, I'm about to watch it with the expectation that it's going to be better than Spider-Man 2 because little did I know at the time the MCU fanboy said it. So while watching the movie, I'm saying like, oh my god, this movie is so fucking boring. I'm saying watch like it's nowhere near better than Spider-Man 2. I honestly would rather watch The Amazing Spider-Man 2 over this fucking movie. And, I kind of closed from there. But go back. When you compare Civil War Spider-Man to Homecoming Spider-Man, they're making excuses saying that, oh, he's just 15, all that bullshit. Bruh, I can easily tear this shit apart. Ultimate Spider-Man was 15 and he was kicking fucking ass. Matter of fact, he was inspired by Ultimate Spider-Man. But they always try to flip this usual like the casual MCU fanboy does. Far From Home drops. Oh yeah, by the way, in Civil War they were saying that he was the most comic accurate Spider-Man. Then when Far From Home dropped, they were saying that it's a different take. Like all these fucking excuses, man. See, when he wanted to quit being Spider-Man and all this shit, they were like, it's normal. It's normal to want to stop doing something because you're grieving. All that nonsense. And what I'm trying to say is, see, I came to this conclusion that Uncle Ben doesn't exist in that shit. And when Tony Stark died, he was like, I don't want to be Spider-Man. I'm trying to be with MJ and all that shit. Michelle Jones, I mean. I'm saying like this whack because I don't think that Uncle Ben exists. He was never directly mentioned. So Tony Stark is basically Uncle Ben. And see, I'm combating what they said about grieving. His grieving, Spider-Man. When Uncle Ben died, they made him become more of a hero. But in this shit, he's becoming more of a fucking loser. And they're making excuses for it, man. Because they're fucking normies. Honestly, when I see MCU Spider-Man, it's a lot of moments. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's a lot of moments in his movies where he is just showing off these feats and all that. Like they make no sense. It's like a showcase type of thing, you know. But they ain't gonna listen. So yeah, this maybe I should say how they're normies, but I mean I would deal with Spider Man, but he was the most see as a hero he's the most easiest to understand. I'm not gonna bring up moments from the comics though, cause it's a lot of them. But anyway, that's about it for me, man. I will bring up another hero, but this video was basically most about Scarlet Witch and me trying to prove that most MCU fanboys are fucking normies who who's willing to put their life on the fucking line for something they barely understand because they're too arrogant to admit that they're normies. But that's about it right there.